What's up, everybody? I am Travis,
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
and welcome back to another episode of this freaking show. It is the weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. Same weekly podcast that is brought to you by CarterComics.com. This is a one-stop shop for all your comic needs. Whether it be graded or raw, Carter Comics has got them all. And if you use the code FREAKNET, that's FREAKNET, at checkout, you'll save 10% on your entire order. Not just at their website, but there are 4 different eBay accounts that they have as well. You can find links to all those accounts at the homepage of CarterComics.com. Scroll to the bottom, and boom, they're right there. Click on them, head over to eBay, take a bid, make a bid, buy outright, negotiate a price. Whatever you end up having to spend, our FreakNet code will save you 10% on that as well. It is a discount code, not a promo code, because discount codes can be used multiple times, while promo codes are one and done. So again, Carter Comics is a proud sponsor of FreakNet Studios, is a proud sponsor of this freaking show. And because of them, you'll get 10% off your entire purchase at CarterComics.com by using the code FreakNet, FREAKNET, at checkout.
Nice.
Yeah. Fun fact, that'll be the last time I say it during the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm deciding I'm going to pre-record it and play at the beginning of the shows.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, and before you dive into Audible and everything, I feel like we take a lot of time away from the ad stuff. Not a lot of time, but I think enough. To where I like to be consistent, and I'd like to throw it at the beginning of the show so we get it done and out of the way. And then maybe like Audible, I'll throw in the middle or some shit like that. Or, maybe even just do away with Audible altogether. We're not really getting anything back from, if people were signing up for it, we would.
Right.
But maybe we'll use Audible as maybe some kind of link in maybe YouTube videos.
Yeah, I'll throw it in the show notes or whatever.
Yeah, so maybe we can use them there, keep in the show notes of the podcast. But I think we're at a certain point now where the people who are listening know about Audible as our sponsor. It's just, I want Carter Comics, to have its own prestigious moment, and maybe I'll just do that at the beginning of the episodes, right before the music plays, because I'm also thinking we're getting to a point now where I really want to change the music. What season are we in? 6, 7?
Sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what season we're in. Season 7. And I know we changed our theme song, I think, after season 3. No, it was for season 3. Maybe for season, I don't know. Either way, we've had the same theme song for a while. And I kind of want to change it up. And I know I talked to Cody, who is the lead singer of F and Epic and all the other metal bands and stuff, about potentially using one of their songs.
Ooh,
maybe
nice.
Maybe we'll take the opportunity here, because I don't have a lot to talk about today. I really don't. I do kind of want to catch up since we haven't really podcasted together in about a month.
It's been like a month, it feels like. Yeah.
Well, I did have Babes of Lore on a couple weeks ago. So it was awesome to catch up with them. But yeah, you and I, we haven't really podcasted together, and it's been about a month, I think, since we did a live or so by the beginning of May.
Wow.
Which isn't too horrible, because I kept thinking to myself wow, we are so fucking far behind, but we're really not. We're only 4 episodes behind. We'll easily make that back up, no problem.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
Just 50 episodes. That's our commitment. 50 episodes this year, 100%. But maybe we'll rummage through. Maybe we'll listen to some of Cody Zupan's band songs, and who knows, maybe we'll listen to them on here, and we'll come to agreement on maybe a theme song. Take about maybe 5-10 minutes here, and
sure, that'd be fun.
Play some songs and stuff. It's all very, very heavy metal and shit. So I'm not sure if it's something. I'm not sure if we'll find anything, but maybe. We got, because we had The Rock. We are Ripley Street right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think our original one was more I don't know if it's rock or a little bit grungier, kind of like a Primus Nirvana kind of thing. I don't know. I'm just guessing based on the person who created it for us was more into that shit. So maybe death metal is the new thing for us. Maybe
I'm willing to try it.
Right?
Yeah, as long as it's not mumble rap, I'm fine.
Yeah, I can't do that shit. No.
Not a big mumble rap guy. I've come around on hip hop generally, but mumble rap I'm still not into.
You know what I would love though? Like, I think out of all podcasts, I think my favorite podcast theme was Fifth Cast theme.
What was theirs?
I don't even know I don't think they really have their podcast out anymore, but if I could find it real quick, I'll play it. Hold on, I listen to it on here. Because, I mean, they're Twat FM now. You know, Fear and his wife.
That's right. Shit. Yeah.
They don't do Fifth Cast anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta follow up with Sean and, or Fear and see how his wife is doing. I know they had some shit going on about a month or so ago. Let's see if it plays.
It's the Fifth Cast. We're here to talk about all kinds of business. Causing riff-raff, sometimes we talk shit. All kinds of topics, worldwide gossip. No fear, popping on the beer. Everybody cheer, just getting kind of weird like Razor. Turn off the beta, he's the producer. Hey bro, wait up, what about MDI? Yeah, give it up, yeah. Don't forget about the little stuff, local news and good music opinions. Buckle up and get ready for the engine. Start it up, grab a cup, give it up, hey. Broadcasting straight out of GCA. Sometimes we swear, so let your grandmother know. Now let's get this motherfucking show on the fucking road. It's the Fifth Cast. It's the Fifth Cast. It's the Fifth Cast. What's freaking awesome? What up, everybody?
Yeah.
That's excellent. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, obviously it's a custom song. I was like, God, when I first heard that, like, hell yeah. The only other one I like just as much as that is the beginning part of the JFW theme song. Not even the theme song, but the beginning part of it. Real quick while I got it. Oh, shit, I don't even know if I can confirm that. Anyways, no, I guess I don't need to talk about that. That's not my business to talk about. The only other part that I like is I don't know if you ever listened to Just Freakin' Wrestling.
I think I've heard an episode or two, but probably just on the car drive around with you.
Yeah, so if it is, then I've definitely played the beginning of. Do you remember how the theme song starts out?
I don't. I remember you showed it to me like when you picked it, and I remember it was awesome. But I can't remember what it was.
Yes. So, for those who are wrestling fans know that, so Vader, who was a big wrestler, back in the day, he was on Boy Meets World. For those of you who don't watch wrestling but watch Boy Meets World, Vader was a big dude. He was Frankie's father. His theme song in WWF used to be like, "It's time! It's time! It's oh no, goddamn, I was about to do my theme song. It's like, it's time! It's time! It's Vader time! So I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking do it. So that's me, in case you didn't know. So I did that voice right here on the theme song, not on the WWF shit. And it's weird because I love it so much, but I think I really dropped the ball, with an opportunity to utilize it a couple months ago when I, did, Rocket Pro Wrestling in Joliet, you know, and they're gonna have me do like a theme song entrance and all this other shit. And I was like, man, I gotta find a cool fucking song to use. And I was talking to Turtle, or Nubby, the guy I co-host JFW with, about, like, you know, using a proper theme song. And I had a couple songs in mind. I wanted to use either like Sad But True by Metallica or I'm Not Going Away by Ozzy Osbourne, because it's like a slow melody. It's a decent beat kind of song, and it kicks off pretty early. But then I ended up using this song called Freak Show by Skillet, which if I ever had an opportunity to use this song as our theme song, I probably would. Mm-hmm. The problem is that the kickoff was like way long, and I know a lot of people were kind of annoyed, but the fact it took a really long time for me to come out for my entrance, but I didn't give a shit. But then looking that back and everything, realized, okay, this is going to be on YouTube and all this other shit. I should have just used the theme song. It would have fucking worked out perfect. So I don't know if I'll have another opportunity to do that again. If I do, then I'll probably just end up using the JFW theme song with that beginning part to it.
Nice.
But
I love that.
Yeah, man. I just know I just want to do something different with our entrance. You know, I love Ripple Street. Don't get me wrong, and I'm honored that they allowed us to use it for the 3, 4, 5 years, whatever we've been using it for. But I really want to change. I really want to change shit up. And
it's time.
Yeah, like, what the hell is Cody's band's name? There's F and Epic. Oh God,
I can't remember who they were before they were F and Epic. Does he have another band he's in?
F and Epic was the first one when we interviewed them. When they came on, they were F and Epic.
Right.
Yeah, but he's like a member of like 2 or 3 fucking bands. Dead and Buried, Extraction Point. So he's in God Dementia, Dead and Buried, Extraction Point, and F and Epic. So when I interviewed him, it was Extraction Point. We'll start there. Like I said, this isn't my favorite music. Just because I like, music.
Being able to understand what's being sung.
Yeah, just enunciate, because like I said, you listen to some of the shit, you don't know if they're talking about sacrificing a virgin or walking a dog through a nice park on a sunny day. You really just don't know.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
So,
no idea.
So it can be really fucking hit and miss. So if I could find a song that I liked, I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm just gonna play a little bit of the beginnings.
Sure.
And then I'm just gonna fast forward to the middle. We'll see where we land. Maybe we'll find some maybes. Maybe we won't. Who knows? But the first one is called Skank Goat.
All right.
I have to find it.
Right after the ads. Fucking Facebook.
What a banger. Banger of an ad.
I know, right? These monsters. Oh, lols. Yeah, tell me about paint when I'm trying to listen to Skank Goat. Alright. Let it load. Let's do this. Does this sound like us?
I don't know. I don't think so.
A little too aggressive.
The first part was, I liked that it jumped right into it, and I liked how it was to start, and then he got into the words, and I was like, I don't know what you're saying. It's not just the not knowing, because like sometimes it still sounds good, but this time, I just felt like I was just being yelled at.
Yeah, this is what I need from you, Joe. I need you to be in the mindset of you're about to turn on our podcast and listen to it.
Yeah.
Like you're not you. You're Bobby Duncan. Getting ready to head to work 6 in the 6 a.m. Wednesday morning. Podcast just got released an hour before, ready to go for you. You got your coffee. You got your, I'm gonna guess not a briefcase, but more like a satchel, like a Jim Halpert bag.
Sure.
Right. You're about to jump into maybe a Honda Fit. Something like that. You're like, you know what? I haven't listened to in a while. I gotta listen to this freaking show. And what's about to open that show? Something called Mind Snap. Bobby Duncan. How you feeling there at 6 a.m?
I have to say that I liked it. I felt like it put me in the mood to listen to the podcast.
And the thing is about that one is if we stick to obviously there's a long way before the vocals hit.
True.
So, and there's a repetitiveness to the beginning. So, we could, cut it forward, and use, a part of the lyrics and stuff we choose, or we could just use the beginning where it's all just instrumental and fade it off until where it kind of drops down again real quick.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking when I was listening to it.
So I think Mind Snap might be the top of our choice here.
Yeah, I really liked it.
We're going to move along to Trenches. Again, 6 a.m. on your way to work. Damn that highway traffic, but,
Oh, the highway traffic.
Highway traffic.
You ready for an adventure? Have it all.
We're going to wait for Disney to get there.
I was like, yeah, I'm ready for an adventure. That sounds great.
We should start a show like that, ready for an adventure. Thinking, where we at?
That's I think that's a little much for me on a 6 a.m. on my way to work. A little too much.
Gotcha. Okay, let's try a little different thing.
I like the lead in. But otherwise a little too much.
Yeah. Let's say 5 p.m. on your way home from work. You had a long day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're about to take that drive through traffic. Because let's face it, it's Chicago. Mm-hmm. You're just looking for something decompressing. You know what's gonna get my mind off this? Docile Tones. Gotta listen to that freaking show. And then you get their new theme song called Best Served Cold. What are you thinking?
I like it a lot. I like what a chill vibe it has going into it. I have no idea, once again, no idea what they were saying, but it didn't feel as aggressive or angry. And that's what I like in a drive home from work. It's not necessarily pumping me up like the first one might have done. Although it was not the first one, but the one before this that was a little too aggressive.
Yeah.
But it's like a nice, I'm relaxing, I'm on my way home, but also I cannot stand other drivers anymore. Right. I thought it was good. I liked it.
Right. I don't want to give you the mindset of time to bump some people off the road, Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you didn't feel that, right? That's not
no,
right.
I didn't feel that. It wasn't quite there.
Perfect. How about you're driving home from work, 5 p.m., heavy traffic, and you're about to hear the new theme song to this freaking show, played by Extraction Point, and it's called Embrace the Grave. Right after Moxie Hotel gets their shit. What the fuck is Moxie Hotel?
I don't know. Never heard of it.
Bullshit. Alright, Embrace the Grave.
I loved it. I really liked it a lot. It got me pumped and excited, and I'm not sure I'd want it at 5 p.m. on my way home from work, but I really liked it as a podcast intro. Something about it just made me ready to listen to whatever was next.
Gotcha, okay. Let's go with Purification Through Hatred. See where we're at here with this one.
This sounds like Chicago Fire. That's another one I really liked. And I liked it. It wasn't as harsh as the previous one. So I really liked it. I liked the previous one. I really liked this one as well. I thought they're both good.
Solid. Intent to Kill. See where we're at with this one. Is it just going to play or if there's going to play?
Didn't like it as much.
Really?
Yeah, I liked it. There was something about it. I can't. Huh?
This one was one of my favorites.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't even the beginning. Let's see if I can go back a little bit. It was the middle of the beginning here.
Oh yeah.
That's where it would kind of fade out.
All right. I could be convinced.
I'll work on that. That was one of my favorites. That one and Mind Snap were my top two favorite.
All right.
So, if you ever get a chance, go onto YouTube. Look up Extraction Point Band. I recommend you give it a listen to you and our listeners. Extraction Point Band. You'll see a heart kind of logo. It says EX-P on it.
Okay.
Just give them all a listen again. See where you stand. I don't know if an Epic has any songs on here. I think they're all lives. Yeah, I don't want to play lives. Anyways, did I ever play you that song Freak Show by Skillet?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, do you think we'll get in trouble if I play it for you real quick?
I think as long as it's under 30 seconds, it's fine.
Oh, so that's
Like legally speaking.
That's the problem because the beginning part of it is like 43 seconds before it even kicks into the song.
Mm.
We're going to do it anyways.
Oh, sure. Worst case scenario, take it down.
Yeah, right. They're like, hey, you're going to have to not play that. I'm like, what? You're talking about promoting Skillet for free? Dicks.
Right.
But it's fine. I'm just going to play a little bit. Love Skillet.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I really like that a lot.
Yeah. Huge fan of fucking Skillet. If you ever get a chance, I recommend listening to the whole song twice. Cool. So who knows? Maybe sometime this season we'll switch up to F and Epic, and there'll be our new theme song. I would really love to get like a custom one. Like one.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Us. I know I talked to Morgan. Is it Morgan?
I don't know.
The girl I know that's on Babes of War.
Oh, yeah.
Why do I think? Oh my god, fuck! I don't know. I got this fucking name Paige stuck in my head. Morgan. She does like graphic design and everything, and I've been talking to her about potentially making us a newer logo.
Nice.
Yeah, so who knows? Huh? A lot of things updating. I mean, obviously, we trying to get back on track. Finding that old groove again, and maybe it's just time, like you said, to change up some things. I know we've gone through a lot of logos over the last few years. I do like the one we have now, but if I can find somebody who knows how to make them and can professionally make us one, oh, hell's bells, why the hell not?
Sure.
Yeah.
How about it? I am about it.
I've yet to hear back from Clint, but his new podcast should be releasing sometime this week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I told you he was.
Is he? Isn't it an additional one or?
It's the new one. I don't know. So it's how did he describe it? I want to give him.
We had him a little while ago, and it was about ADHD or something. Is it that one?
No. So we did have him on a while back, and he was talking about how like he does like kind of that Twitch show on ADHD or that.
That's right.
ADHD show on Twitch. Let's see, what the hell is it called? Because it's supposed to come out this week. He's gonna call it Retro Rewind. With him, and his friends Yosemite and Kraler. They'll be discussing everything retro, including a couple of newer things that are retro inspired. So games, pretty much.
Nice. All right.
It's about retro gaming. I believe the show is supposed to come out sometime this week. I gotta check and verify with him. I guess send that link in a bit later tonight. Okay, so the show's gonna come out later tonight as we're recording on Tuesday night.
Gotcha.
Right now it's going to be released on Twitch and YouTube, but he is looking for a platform to release it audibly, which I think he might end up using Podbean, just like we do. So I'm excited for him to come out with that and everything. I just really want to push people to do podcasting, especially because I know podcasting happens in like waves.
Right.
And it's weird because I know that we started like right after like a wave happened. And I think when the next wave hit, I think it was during our hiatus. For some reason, we keep seeming to be missing that.
We're really good at the opposite of timing.
Right? Like we really know how to get in when the tide's low. But I feel like it's going to come around again. And I think it's going to happen like probably sometime in the summer or in the fall. And Babes of Lore, obviously they're rolling into season 2 of Supernatural, doing their show, and they're sticking with it, changing up a little bit of things, which is awesome. But obviously keeping the original, which I think is very important, and obviously Clint, getting back into podcasting. And it's weird too because like I'll message this dude. I'm like, got the show out yet? And he's like, no. I'm like, come on, dude, you gotta get out. Gotta get it out. Come on, let's go. And after a while, I find myself apologizing. I was like, dude, man, I'm sorry, I'm being pushy and shit. But deep down, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I want people to do this, and I don't know if it's a selfish reason because I really want them to kick off and do well and be part of our network.
Right.
Which is weird because I don't know if you had a chance to listen to the Babes of Lore interview that I did a couple weeks ago, but I was telling them about, like, you know, how there's always an opportunity for them to be part of Freakin Studios. And they obviously want to do shit on their own, and I respect that. You know, I'm totally fine with that. They kind of changed the tune a little bit when we explained that we paid for their shit, but whatever.
Right.
But they want to do it on their own, and I'm totally okay with that. Obviously left the door open for them. And I want to do the same thing with Clint. You know, I want to give guys and people an opportunity to be part of this, be part of this with us. Because I have no doubts, and I know we talked about before, that if there was an opportunity to make this thing a true full-time job-based thing, I would love to take it that way in a heartbeat.
1,000%.
I don't know if there'd ever be something like, was that like Barstool? I think it's one of the companies that does a lot of things like that. GMM, Good Mythical Morning, Smosh. Who knows if we could ever be something like that? It'd be awesome. I think it'd be incredible to sit there and think that, hey, listen, our full-time job is doing shit like this. It would just, let me ask you a question, Joe. Let's say this became our full-time job. Let's say the lottery was won, a ridiculous amount of money was fucking made. And I'm just like, hey, Joe, Freakin Studios is becoming a thing. Turning it into something. Buying a building, gonna make some gonna make some recording booths and everything. I'm hiring Derek on as a producer / editor. Hire Colin on as like a tech guy, whatever, we're hiring people on, you and me, we're going to do this freaking show. I'm bringing Nubby, Pac-Man, whoever else to do JFW and shit like that. My dream is to make if I was to do something like that, Just Freakin Wrestling would probably happen, I want to say probably about 4 or 5 times a week. Yeah,
that makes sense though. They got like 4 different shows a week, and
well, the way I see it would be so the pay-per-views are on Saturday, so I would want to release a show Sunday morning or something because it'd be more like us doing lives and then releasing the recordings later, kind of like how we do at Podbean. So it'd be like Sunday morning for the pay-per-views that happen on Saturday, Tuesday morning for what happened on Monday nights. Thursday morning for what happens on Wednesdays, Saturday mornings for what happens on Fridays, and then any shit in between and stuff like that, indie wrestling and stuff like that. So it would be like, I would like to do it like 4 or 5 times a week. At least 5 times a week, Monday through Friday, whatever, if even that happens. But this freaking show, we could keep it as like, it would either be something I would love to do, like turn it into a daily show where we talk about topics and stuff like that, do interviews on a consistent basis, or leave it once a week and open up additional podcasts like the church one that I would still love to do.
Oh yeah, same.
The Bible-based one. But also like have an opportunity to bring in other podcasts that have been around. They just haven't been, pushed to the next level. Geekcast Live for one. I would bring that in, and obviously, like it would be one of these things where like you have to figure out a contracted way to pay people for this to be their job.
Right.
Now the only problem is with certain people, I guess more Geekcast Live people than me is saying like, hey, listen, I'm going to pay you guys to do this show, but it has to be done in studio. So
yeah, that's tough because everybody lives all spread out and
exactly, and that'd be a thing. Like even if it was like saying like once a week, come in and do a show. It's definitely I know because GCR lives in the middle of fucking Indiana. You live up near fucking Wisconsin. I think Rob, is Rob in Illinois or Indiana?
Indiana.
He's in the middle. Yeah. And then Nico's, he's up, up north, northern Illinois, near Wisconsin as well. So it's one of the things like it comes down to an idea of like, so in my perfect imagination, I would have this freaking show, Just Freaking Wrestling, our Bible. What did we decide on? The Book of Joe, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be this freaking show, Just Freaking Wrestling, the Book of Joe, the Babes of Lore, Clint's new show, and then Geekcast Live. That'd be my vision of who I'd want part of this, because we'd also be doing, the YouTube channel and stuff like that, and we'd be doing more content and things like that. But to have the studio to where we could do video podcasting, that'd be my dream. But if you let's say I brought this to your attention, what would be your dream to do this? Like, what would you want out of it?
I don't know if I've thought that far ahead about it.
Yeah, we never really talked about much. Well, because the thing is, like, I mean, it's not an improbable. It's not impossible, but it's improbable for something like that to happen. Like, we're talking about like winning the fucking lottery and having the ability to do this to where you're paying the salary of all these fucking people, hoping that you find a success to the point where you can justify the cost. Like in my mind, I don't want to throw too many fucking numbers out there. So to anyone out there, if you're going to be part of this is hypothetical money I'm talking about. This is all like, obviously there's, but like in my mind, I would think you pay somebody $60,000 a year to do this. I think it would be an interest in them to do it, but it would be like a full-time job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the number I had when I first thought of this was 60. It actually might be a little bit more. It'll probably be closer to like maybe 70 or 80. I would think 70 or 80 would be more logical. But the thing is too, is like obviously if you're turning into the whole big thing, look at like insurance and shit like that too. But if I was to go up to like, you, Nico, Rob Bass, GCR, Nubby, Pac-Man, Dizzle J, Steve, Derek, Colin, Dally, and I said, hey guys, listen, I want to do this. Your salary's gonna be $80,000, plus or minus like any bonuses and shit. Because obviously if we succeed, we all should succeed and make a little bit more profit.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like if I was to say, okay, I won this much money, I'm going to take this chunk of it, and this is Freaknet Studios money. This goes into an account, and this pays for our shit. It gives us a studio to work out of, either an audio studio, a video studio. It gives us a conference room so we can collab on shit. It gives us, offices and, desks to shit at. It gives us a central place of business, a place where we could go to do our jobs.
Right.
I think logically, to me anyways, I think a lot of people would be interested in that opportunity. Now, to me, it wouldn't matter too much because I'm still living off all of my fucking winnings as a lottery winner. But I think as a salary for some guys, like I know DJ would take it. I know Dally would take it. I think Nubby and Pac-Man would take it. So the JFW guys would take it. Right. I don't know where you would feel at $80,000 a year if I was to say, hey, you want to podcast with me for $80,000 a year?
It'd be hard to say no.
Right.
To put it out flatly, but
yeah. I don't know where Rob Bass, Nico, and GCR are in their life. We don't talk about that kind of thing. I can see GCR being a no. Right. I can see Rob Bass doing it. Nico, probably not.
Yeah, Nico would be tough because he's got like 4 kids and 2 of them are in college and.
Yeah. But do you think, now let's say this hypothetically. I would want this freaking show to be a live video podcast. So if we were to do this freaking show once a week, obviously I'd want you to come in to do the show. But what if I made Geekcast Live, a once a week episode that could be recorded from the basic location, like wherever you guys basically how you do it now. I think that's more. I think
people would be very interested in that.
Yeah, I think that's more agreeable on because the whole thing that comes down to it is, and I had these weird thoughts about it because there's actually this guy I want to have come onto our show. I actually was messaging with him about a week or so ago, and I got to follow up with him. Who is he's a Twitch streamer who just quit his full-time job to become a full-time Twitch streamer. And I want to talk to him about that. Like, not so much as like, giving me pointers and stuff, but just like the mindset you go through because he has I think he's married. I think he has kids and stuff like that. I just want to know like the idea that goes, the mindset you have to be in to do something like that. It intrigues me. I don't have like those things where, again, this is all like, winning the fucking lottery fucking money. Just like, but there has to be a return on investment, obviously. Because how many people would that be? That'd be 4, 9, 10, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're talking about like 13 people at $80,000 a year.
Yeah, I mean already at 10 people at $80,000 a year, that's $800,000 a year.
Yeah, that's not including the cost of having the building and stuff. But that's why like I would. For some people, I would obviously want to have like, consistent, content and stuff like that, the YouTube shit. But it basically like what it would come down to would be like everything being fucking shut down for an X amount of time and then rebooting everything after we, sit with the right people to do the right marketing, social media stuff, like just pretty much just close everything down and restart everything back up. New logos, new theme songs, new concepts, and just like obviously everything that's out there now is going to stay, but just kind of like a reboot. Like, hey, here's the plan for 3 months. We're all going dark. We're going to come up with an ideas. We're going to practice. We're going to work on shit because we want to make this stuff as great as possible. Think of content ideas for the YouTube channel, how we do the cemetery vlogs. We're going to do more of that. And who knows, like maybe it'll just be one of those things where like, we do the podcast once a week and then, 3 or 4 days we're out traveling around fucking places, trying out, bars and restaurants and stuff like that. Because let's face it, we're at the top of Freakin' Studios. We have the luxury of doing that shit. At the same time, there are still other people at the company doing their shit, getting their shit done while we're out doing our fucking lives. And then, Derek and Colin will be there to deal with the technology and all that shit and the editing and filming and all that other stuff. But what's your vision for something like that?
Yeah, I will say again, I don't know that I have a vision for it at this point. But my thought listening to what you're saying and kind of, yes-anding it, I think it'd be cool to have like forever ago when we first started this, you talked about how you really wanted to do something like Good Mythical Morning. And I think a morning show where we got up and had our coffee on screen and had a This Freakin' Morning or something like that, I think that'd be dope. I think that'd be fantastic. I'd be willing to do that every day for that kind of, or every weekday, for that kind of, money. I think if we did that every day and had a weekly show as well, that was just kind of like our regular thing, that'd be very cool. I am distracted right now because there's a cat attacking my potatoes, literal potatoes. Hold on one second. Hey, thank you. Okay, I've got some potato. They're called seed potatoes. So they're just regular potatoes that have grown a bunch of, their eyes have grown up into little rooty things. And so I've sliced them up to cure so that I can plant them without them rotting. And, one of my cats just came into the room and was checking them out. Looked like he was going to try and steal one or something.
Joe, I thought you were going to tell me you're sitting there eating this potato.
Oh, no.
I was like, I'm sorry, but when I see potatoes growing shit, I throw it away. But hey.
Yeah. No, these are for the ground. They're so that we can have more potatoes later.
Solid choice.
Yeah. Very excited about it. But yeah, so that's kind of what I see for us. And then, being able to go out and do things. I mean, it would be cool to be, you say you've got a Venn diagram where you've got one circle is the Good Mythical Morning stuff, and you got another circle is like the Try Guys, and you've got a third circle that's like, I guess my gut instinct for that third circle was like Joe Rogan. I'd love us to be at the center of that circle. You know, we're talking to whoever wants to talk to us. We're talking to whoever we want to talk to. That'd be dope. We're going out, we're doing things, we're shooting video content. That's fantastic. And we get to like check out the oldest burger restaurant in Illinois or something. I think that'd be very fun. And then also maybe like a morning show or a variety show or both. I think that'd be very cool. And to be able to support everybody else as well would be also awesome. I think absolutely get JFW. I think at that point, I would be shocked if Clint wouldn't sign on to something like that. And I do think I could get the other guys involved for maybe they don't get the full-time pay if they're not going to quit their day jobs, but for a reasonable amount, they'd probably be willing to bring the studio bring the studio in-house, and I'm not sure if that's what I mean or not, but you get what I'm saying when I say it, so.
Yeah, because my whole thing is like, especially like with that type of money and everything, it's just one of those things where it's like in a sense, or lack of a better phrasing, is I'm buying your time to do this stuff. I want it to be like a commitment to like, hey, listen, like, yes, you guys are employees of this network, but we all succeed or fail by our own hands.
Right.
And it's going to be one of those things too where it's like, it's like, hey, we're not like a normal company. Like there's conventions that happen on the weekend that I would send people out to do shit, whether it be Geekcast Live doing it, this freaking show doing it, JFW doing it, Clinton is like whoever, just so, whatever type of convention, like, hey, there's a convention going on, like, oh, there's a tattoo convention going on. Cool. Who wants to go do it? Go there, promote our shit, go have fun. Or San Diego Comic-Con or, C2E, like shit like that. Like, go there, promote our shit.
Yeah.
Because we would get booths at these places. We'll be doing the press fest shit, because it'd be a way for us to find ways to get our name out there, to get people invested in the shit we're doing. And I think that we have a broad spectrum of shit. Cause it's like you said, that Venn diagram thing, that's exactly what I want. I want to be the center of everything. Because right now, if that was to happen, we have Geekcast Live, where you guys talk about all geek shit, movies, TV, stuff like that. Clint's doing his, retro gaming and all that other stuff. Babes of Lore is talking about, folklore and goofy shit like that. JFW's talking about pro wrestling. With the Bible thing that we had. And then there's this show that is just whatever the fuck we want to talk about. Whatever topic there is or whatever interview we does. Like, this is what we have. And
absolutely.
I mean, I know, like, I don't know if you ever check out our YouTube channel or anything, but right now we're at 190 subscribers.
Nice.
So we're 10 away from 200, and I think that's phenomenal. And it's weird too because it sucks that we haven't really honored the whole making more videos for the year thing. I know we kind of got laxed on that.
Yeah, we'll get there.
But we got. I don't know. We're looking it up all the time right now. But we got 38 videos up. That's it. Only 38 videos. and we're sitting at 190 subscribers, and I don't know how I can look at the analytics, but we still get views, like heavy views on a daily basis, watching and everything, and that's shit I'm proud of, and a lot of it has 80 to 90% of it is the cemeteries.
Yeah.
They worked, and it's like, God, can you imagine if we could do shit like that, but like on a consistent basis? Like it wasn't just the cemeteries. Once a year. Yeah, once a year in October. It was like, like I said, the bar idea. Like if I can find a way for us to do the bar idea, to where we just go to different bars, talk about the history of that bar, order a drink from that fucking bar, and just have a drink there, I think that'd be fantastic. And it could be like a 10, 15-minute long video talking to the bar owner, the history of the bar and everything. Having one of the bartenders make us a drink, we cheers, we take a drink, we close out the fucking episode. I mean, it's shit like that I think would, it'd be simple to do. We have fun doing it, and it would add to our content.
Yeah, absolutely.
The biggest thing that it comes down to, just like everything, that it's time. It's time to do this shit. We still have all our shit in our lives that we gotta fucking do and deal with, and there's just no time to do everything.
Right.
Let's see how we look at it. So the month of May we have 472 views, 25 hours of watch time, and 8 subscribers, which 8 is up 14% more than the previous 28 days and the other 2 are average. If I look at lifetime, 16,000 views, 190 subscribers.
Nice.
So it's, I mean, I'm just, I don't know. I'm just happy that this shit seems to have, success. And that's why I'm really happy for this. I guess we never really decided when we were going to do the cemeteries in Wisconsin, did we?
Not explicitly. I thought we were talking September.
Or maybe like end of August or September.
Yeah.
Because I definitely want to do it before. I want to do it so I have enough time to edit everything and get released out into October. But I also want to get it as close to fall as possible.
Yeah.
I'm also hoping by that time fucking Derek's part of this, because I know he said. Did I tell you that Derek might be coming back?
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be coming back.
That's exciting. I love that.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping if he does, it'll be huge for our videos and our editing and shit like that, because he went to college for this shit, so the content will be a lot better. But no, dude, like ideas like that, this whole like, man, if I could do this is what I would want to do. I think about that shit constantly, and a lot of it also has to do, with like wanting Geekcast Live to be part of it too, because first off, we're family. I think if it was centralized under one thing, I think that'd be a pretty cool idea. But also, I don't know if it'd be easy for GCR to kind of like give up control of it.
I don't know either. My gut instinct is probably not, but then he's been surprising me lately, so I don't know.
I mean, I asked you one time if I was to buy Geekcast Live if there was a number, and I thought you said there was a number.
There is a number for it, but I think if he sold it, he would want to be done and walk away. I don't know if he'd want to stick around.
What was that number again?
So like 5 years ago, I think the number was $10,000. It might be higher than that now.
And that's to like be bought, sold, and he walks away.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, God, I'm offering guys what, 240?
Right.
And that's an annual salary. And that's the thing too. It's like if the opportunity is there, and that's another thing that would come down to is like if I do something like this, then there's a time limit on everything. Like we have to succeed. We have to be profitable in order for this to work. Because like I said, it's one thing where I can sit there and say, like, well, it's my fucking money. I can do what I want, you know, but if I'm like if I'm dumping millions of dollars into something that we're not succeeding in, then it just becomes some weird ass free for all where eventually say, okay, now we have to cut this off. We can't do it anymore. And everyone who's a part of it now either has to try to go get their old job back or find a new job. So I think that's where a lot of people are going to be like, oh, geez, yeah, I don't know if I really want to risk that. But then it's like now you got to bank on yourself. Like, how much confidence do you have in yourself to put out a product that's going to be profitable? I think with the money that I would win, if I was to win, again, this is all hypothetical, but it does sound like I would dump I would put at least $1 million into this idea up front. Right. But then it comes down to, like, how much are you willing to commit is going to be based on how much you get paid. I mean, for everyone who's going to be listening to this, you know, whatever, just to be upfront honest, you and I would get paid the most. Freakin' Studios, you know, it's our thing. Right. And then, you know, we'd be like an executive kind of thing pretty much. And then everyone else, you know, pay scales would be adjusted based on how much work and how much content you're going to participate in. You know, if you're willing to work, you know, and again too, like, you know, it comes down to, you know, merchandise and branding and all this other goofy shit. It's just like, there's just so much that, like, I would sit there and say, okay, this is what I want to fucking do. This is our plan. Who's in? And we just fucking go from there. But yeah, no, that's the dream. But until I win the lottery, the only way we can get to it is the old fashioned way by just doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to get more guests on. Like I said, I did talk to a guy who recently became a full-time Twitch streamer. I know he's on vacation this week, so I'm going to try to reach out to him next week when he gets back, see if we can set something up with him. I do want to talk to another person, too. There's this guy who does pro wrestling at the company that I work with and everything, and apparently his wife is some kind of like meal prep nutritionist or something like that. And I would love to get her on and talk to her because she helped her fiance lose 200-something pounds or whatever it was. And I'd love to, you know, talk about that on her perspective. But David, I do want to get David back on here too. And I was wondering.
Oh yeah, he's up for it.
Yeah, I just know that he's not really a part of his thing anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think the nature of it's changed. Just I think he's got a solid job now, and he's got a kid, so it's just, you know, working around those things.
Gotcha. Well, let's try. Let's see if we can get him on next week. If you can do me a favor, message him, see if he's available next Tuesday or Thursday.
Yeah, I can do that.
I don't care which date. Whatever one works best for you, just pick it. I know I got phones next week, so it had to be after I give a phone to 8 o'clock.
Okay.
But follow up with him. You guys pick a day, Tuesday or Thursday next week, whichever one works best for him. We'll go from there, and maybe we'll get David on next week. We'll talk about some health and fitness and stuff like that. For those of you out there who are listening, if we do get David on next week, if you guys have any questions that you may want to ask somebody who has a more familiarity with weight loss and nutrition, because that was his thing, right? Nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions you want us to ask him, feel free to message us, and maybe we could ask him his opinion on some things. We kind of figure out where he is as far as that being part of his life still and everything. Plus he's family, so it'd be pretty cool to catch up with him and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think when was the last time I saw him? It's like Candy and Kevin's or something.
It wouldn't have been long enough ago that it was like my bachelor party or something.
No.
Okay.
It was, oh God, what the hell was it? No, everyone was swimming. It was a party for something. Maybe it was a baby shower thing.
Were you at the baby shower for the babies?
I don't think it was a baby shower.
It was like a baby shower, but like it was like a meet the babies thing. Oh yeah, you were there for that. So yeah, it would have been that.
Okay, so that was the last time.
For some reason I couldn't remember that you were there, and I should have because it was you were messing with Houston.
Was I messing with Houston?
Yeah, about Ashley.
Oh, yeah, when we got in that fight in the kitchen, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time. Yes, so that was the last time I saw them, which is a weird thing. I think they live like 10 minutes from us or whatever, but, let's get Dave on next week. I'll get a hold of, the Twitch guy, see if he's available. I want to get Clint back on to talk about his new show. I want to do a lot more interviews. I know we try to do once a month and we haven't been able to do that, but I'd like to do a lot more. I want to get some more interviews on here and talk. I want us to succeed. I want us to get to the point where we want to motivate ourselves to get that Bible show done.
Yeah.
Because I would really love to do that. I don't know why we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, it's just literally, for me personally, I'm at capacity, and I'm not sure I can add a new thing.
True. Plus, I don't even know I don't think we ever figured out the platform, or not platform. The,
Format.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to happen, though. We're going to do that.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to do that. We just got to grow, and we got to get our listeners to appreciate what we're doing and help us grow as well by following us on social media or listening to us on, all the platforms that podcasts are streaming through, whether it be iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, Player FM, Alexa, music, shit like that. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Buy stuff from Dr. Doug over at his website that I suddenly can't remember.
CarterComics.com. That's
another
thing too, man. Oh God, I wish we never got a chance to do that live auction either.
Yeah.
We gotta do that. We do gotta get that done too. That'd be more for us than anything. Because I mean, like, obviously, we get a bump for every thing we sell. So, God, all I can think about is, like, can you imagine if that was like a success? Holy hell. Yeah, go to CarterComics.com. Use the promo code FreakNet, FREAKNET, save yourself 10%. For those of you who are fans of audiobooks, go to audibletrial.com/FreakNet. Link for that is in our show notes and everything. Maybe I'll share that over on Facebook as well for you guys to find it. But it gives you a 30-day free trial of Audible plus a credit to your first book purchase. And you can cancel anytime. If you want to take the free trial for 30 days and get rid of it right before you get charged again, be my guest. Like I said, I mean, the trial is there to show you if you find, worth in there or not. So audibletrial.com/freaknet. Make sure you guys check it out. Sign up today. Get a 30-day free trial plus a credit to your first book. Again, you cancel anytime. There's no obligation. Keep it after the 30 days. You can still buy our merchandise over at TeePublic, TeePublic.com, where you could get all of the merchandise that we have, like T-shirts, sweatshirts. What are you doing, Joe?
Oh, sorry, shifting in my chair. Didn't realize I was picking it up.
Man, that was like you were lifting up a trap door of an attic.
Yeah, it's an old chair. It's an old chair.
Solid. TeePublic.com, TeePublic.com. Search TFS or Freaknet Studios. You can find our T-shirts, blankets, pillows, tapestries, wall art, posters. There's so much shit. Cell phone cases, notebooks, computer bags, and stuff like that. There's a lot of ways to help us out here over at This Freakin' Show. Like I said, we want to do the best we can for you guys. And it actually helps pay for some of the bills for when we do these cemetery vlogs and everything. Speaking of which, I know we are ways away, but if you guys do love the This Freaky Show portion of This Freakin' Show that we do in October, make sure you give us some recommendations on some short stories for the Freak Show to read. Because
yes, please do.
We bring that back every single year, and this year will be no different. If you guys know of anybody who we could get on the show to talk to interview about their content or whatever, be sure to message us and recommend them to us because we love to talk to anybody. Joe, what are you freaking thinking about?
My garden. I'm not a gardener. I have always considered myself to have two black thumbs. Which is to say that I kill any plant that I come across. But my wife and I just haven't had the time or energy to put our garden totally together until yesterday. I just was like, you know what? It's time. I'm doing it. So I got in the garden and planted, like, I don't know, it must have been 30 plants. And I've got some, like I was saying earlier, I got some potatoes curing so that I can plant them as well. And we're hoping to have a really prolific garden this year. We got tomatoes and peppers and a bunch of different herbs and kale and spinach. No, not spinach, kale and lettuce. And yeah, it's going to be great. Really looking forward to it. So unless the rabbits keep eating it, and then we're screwed. Then we're not going to have any plants. But damn rabbits. Anyway, what are you freaking thinking about?
I just turned 34 last week. So I came off a long overdue vacation, which is weird because you would think that a week off of work is long enough, but when you spend, a good chunk of 2020 being laid off for, 5 months, a week doesn't really seem to really have that much effect on you. But I had a week off work. I had all these plans to do all these things, and instead of doing a majority of them, I chose to rest, relax, and enjoy myself.
Nice.
Yeah, but now that I'm rested, now that I'm relaxed, it's time to get back to my goals. I made my year-long weight loss goal that it's time to get back on track for, succeed, and achieve that. And time to get back on track for all this podcasting and social media bullshit that we said we're going to do. And I'm happy that we're going to get back on track and get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
nice. Well, happy birthday officially on the show.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. I think we were going to do it last week, but shit came up. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to get my driver's license renewed, and I couldn't do that, so that was fun.
Yep. You couldn't do it?
No, drove all the way out to the DMV to find out that they closed that Saturday for Memorial Day weekend. So
Turd burglars.
Yeah, so I got up early, drove out there for fucking nothing. So, cool. But I gotta get that renewed because that is expired. So, it's fun. So, guys, for those of you out there, make sure you check the dates on your license. Make sure you renew them when you're supposed to. Because apparently it was supposed to be a letter that was sent to me letting me know that my license is being expired, and it was never sent to me. I don't know why I never got a letter, but whatever. State of Illinois Transportation, whatever the fuck it is, drivers, motor vehicles department, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Get your shit together. You guys should have told me that my license was expiring. Yeah, I could have looked at it, but who the fuck looks at the date under the expiration date on their driver's licenses?
Yeah, not frequently.
No,
well, especially if you reach a certain age and it expires like every 10 years or something.
Yeah, I thought it was 5, but apparently it was 4. So I definitely fucked up. That was on me. My bad, bro. But
God, is it 4? I really did think it was 10.
I mean, it ain't 10 right now. I know that. It was apparently I got it reissued in 2019, and it expired this year. I thought it was 5. But no, apparently it was only 4. So, for those of you out there, make sure you check the dates on your driver's licenses. Make sure they're not expired.
I'll be dipped. It is 4.
Yeah, so I'll be getting mine renewed here shortly. I gotta get it done quickly because I am driving an expired license right now. But I know there's a grace period for it, so I'm fine. Yeah. Other than that, like I said, get a hold of Dave, find out if he's free next week. I'm going to set up a couple other people to get some more interviews in and everything, and, yeah.
Sounds good.
You know what I want to do, though, real quick before we get off? You know what I would love to do? I would love to talk to, I'd love to do interviews about more, real shit.
Yeah.
Have, more, personable interviews with fucking people.
Yeah. I love that.
Maybe one day. Cool. Guys, that's all I got. As always, I am Travesty.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And thank you for listening to another episode of this freaking show. I'm out.